So, I'm sure all of you have been either forced or chosen to participate in an extracurricular activity at one point or another. I myself have participated in a lot of extracurricular activities and have decided to share some of my experiences with you. So, I play a lot of sports. Not too many, a few, but I play hockey, which seems to have a few pretty insane individuals associated with the sport. A lot of people just care too much, or coaches are just wackos in general. One of the first coaches that I ever had, actually the first coach I ever had on a select team, or club team, whichever way you'd like to put it, was an absolute nut job. He would, let's just say, make us do sprints about every 3 seconds during practice, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with some form of sprints anyway. So he would make us do suicides, which his version of suicides were just skating back and forth across the rink a whole bunch of times. So they weren't like legit suicides, but they were called suicides, or at least we called them that anyway. We did a lot of them, like an absurd amount. Mind you, we were 4th and 5th graders. I think I'm going to go with 5th graders. And not many of us had played on club teams before. I'd say a fair few of us had, but still there were definitely a few kids for whom this was their first club team, myself included. I kind of went in not really knowing what to expect. I expected quite a few things, like better quality players, better quality practices, then obviously a town practice, seeing as it was a team you tried out for, so it should be. However, I had no idea that my coach was going to be as crazy as he was. Because, oh boy, was he crazy. I can't even begin to describe kind of what this guy did. First thing, we walk in, everything seems pretty normal. The first couple of practices carry on as they should. Doing your standard skills and drills type of thing. Just, general kind of maintenance before the season starts. When our first game rolls around, we get a win. That's not enough for him. We did not win solidly enough. So we skate a little bit, I guess. I guess that was his kind of thing, and he enjoyed it. Sorry if I'm sniffling a lot here, guys. Sorry, I'm really sick right now. I'm just trying to get a video out. Apologize for all the sniffling. Where was I? Right, so, anyway, he skated us. Don't know why that was his kind of thing. It was just, he was a coach who was very focused on skating us. Not sure why that was. However, he didn't skate us too hard. It wasn't anything too bad. It was maybe a couple laps back and forth. Just a few sort of things. Nothing too bad. But as the season wears on, things just get worse and worse. We go on a bit of a hot streak. I think we won our first 6 or 7 games, and we were undefeated, and that was really inflating his ego, I guess. I don't know. Guy was definitely a bit of an egomaniac. And I guess when we lost our first game to a team we definitely should have beat, it was bound to happen. Everyone loses once in a while. It was just the team we lost to, I think, really upset him. I don't think he liked the fact that we lost to one of the worst teams in the league. I think it was like the 3rd worst team. They weren't very good, to say the least, but we lost. He's furious. Skates us just a whole bunch. And this is when I kind of realized something's up here. We lost 1 game. We're 7-1, 8-1. We're doing really well. And that's still not good enough for this guy. And something, I guess, starts just kind of ticking in my head that something is not quite right here. And I started getting really nervous before practices. Like, I was visibly distressed, we'll call it. Not crying and kind of wanting my mother. I'm kidding. but I was visibly distressed and wasn't really excited before practices. Not that the coach cared, or noticed anyway, by the way. I would just like to point out, up until this point, he seemed like a bit extreme, but a relatively alright coach. At this point, things are kind of looking on the downside. This is when I got switched to forward, which is, in case you couldn't figure it out, well, if you didn't play hockey, a forward is one of the three guys who attacks in the offensive zone. I was originally a defenseman, one of the two guys who stands on the blue line, among other things. I didn't really know this position too well, as I was, unfamiliar with it, didn't play it much, so I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing. Standard stuff, I just kind of needed to figure it out. Coach really didn't give me a chance to do that. He just kind of expected me to either know or quit, I guess. And did I quit? Heck no. No, I earned my position on that team, and I wasn't going to be giving it up easily. So I fought through it, and we got to this end-of-year tournament, which, oh boy, hockey tournaments, I love them, and that's the genuine truth. Even if there's a bit of a sarcastic note in my voice there, I do genuinely love hockey tournaments. And the particular one we were going to is called Jay Peak. It's up in Vermont, and I'd been going to it with a team that I was kind of unfamiliar with. And I guess reportedly, or not reportedly actually, I heard it myself, that the coach even said, yeah, that Matt kid's a bit of an outsider. He doesn't really seem to fit in with all the other kids. And that really aggravated me. And even kind of unnerved me a little bit. I'm like, what kind of person is like, oh, that kid doesn't fit in with the other kids? It's like, oh, shut up. Really, come on. Act your friggin' age. You're an adult. Don't smack talk little friggin' kids. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm more than a little aggravated about this. Not at the time, though. I was just kind of disappointed that I didn't meet his standards, in quotations, somehow. It just kind of disappointed me. And did I try to fit in anymore? No. I'm kind of, I guess, out there in my ways, So, after that, I was not lost, but I felt a little defeated. Like, I'd been kind of betrayed by someone I'd not look up to, but respected. And, when kind of not an idol, I'd say, but someone that you kind of have a lot of respect for kind of betrays you like that, it really kind of puts you off. And that's kind of the state I was in for a while. I was just kind of like, not at a loss, but I was just so baffled that someone like that, someone that I looked up to, I'd honestly say kind of looked up to, had betrayed me like that. And what happened afterwards was pretty much that I ended up quitting the team. I did finally quit the team instead of sticking with it and learning how to fit in. Because it just wasn't a good environment, It was really hostile. It was just really bad place to be in. Mind you, just this one incident was not the only thing that caused me to quit the team. It was just excessive use of suicides, him just being a jerk. He was also quite possibly an alcoholic of some sorts, because he just kind of drank a lot. I mean, to say the least, some people do. But he seemed to drink in excess, and also, whatever. It's not that important. Anyway, he just kind of had some really bad qualities. His kid was on the team. His kid was one of the best players on the team. No crud. He couldn't have it any other way. But his kid was actually really nice. It was a kid named Tyler, whom I actually really like. Don't talk to him anymore or anything. Kind of hard to. It's like, hey, what's up, man? Your dad's a frickin' jerk. I don't really know what else to say. But, I guess that's that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, story time. And, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. And, bye. just want to make it clear as quickly as possible that I'm not actually in support of Trump. I just find this funny. Subscribe and like the video, please, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hazmat officially out.